Hello YouTube, I'm Donuts over here, and today we are going to start opening our boxes of Elestrals Divine Champions Firestorm. I plan to do probably 4 videos for this, half a box each video, that way it doesn't run too awful long. So I've got the first booster box of the 2 that I've got the sleeves for the fancy foils, and now it's just time to crack in and see what side we're going to do. I'm also going to pre-snip the packs as well once we get into the box. That way, that part of opening will be taken care of prior to the video really getting going. So that way we can focus on the pulls and all the good stuff there. Remove the little void sticker. Alright, first off we have our box topper. Now we won't know the box topper. Learn to play Elestrals for the QR code. That's cool. So we will open this because this is the code card that can be gotten for boxes. Alright, so that code I'll share because that is the learn to play code. Very cool. The code on the opposite side is mine for coinage and stuff, so we'll set that off to the side. And the pull is box topper Vol Tempest. That's pretty spiffy, I gotta say. The new Vol Tempest is definitely killer. Some great full art there. Very well deserving of a sleeve. So there is Vol Tempest sleeved. Alright, so we will do, well, let's do this side of the box first. And we'll save this box, or this side of the box, for tomorrow's unboxing. Place that over here. And now we'll go through with the packs and just pre-snip them at the top here. So if you've bought Elestrals Firestorm, comment below what some of your favorite pulls are if you've already opened product, or what you're hoping to pull from your product when it arrives. Me personally, there's not anything I'm super looking forward to. It's just this set is so freaking good that whatever comes out of it, I'm going to be glad to have. But it'd be great to pull a Stellar or a Serialized, of course, because I never have. And I have spent well over $2 grand on this game so far. But anyway, it'd be great to have those. Don't have any, so hopefully I open some of those in one of these forthcoming openings, which would be great. But other than that, just happy to have the cards in hand, be able to build with them, be able to play with them on Saturday. Because Saturday, June 7th, we're going to be doing yet another online Elestrals Premier event. $25 buy-in. Points for Worlds are on the line, as well as some really cool entry prizes, like the marble border. Yeah, there's a set of really cool marble border Elestrals and Spirits that are part of the tournament, or Premier Tournament pack. Yeah, so you get 2 of those, and then whatever the booster pack for the event is going to be pretty cool. Worth it for 25 bucks and spending a good chunk of the day with some good people having some fun games. I make every one of them that I possibly can, both to try to get the full collection of the marble prize cards and, you know, just to get in some good games with good people. Alright, those are all taken care of, and now we can start cracking the packs. Alright, so pack number 1. We have got a Carrion Champion of Hermes. A Cockatoodle Champion of Hermes. Harpy. Elechick Champion of Zeus. Elechick declares an attack. You can give it +1 for each enchanting thunder on Zeus till the end of turn. Okay, so that's new Elechick. Cool, cool. Oh, and there's a foilie already. Pandison Champion of Demeter. Globby, Champion of Poseidon. Javalantis, Champion of Poseidon. Whalelance, Champion of Keon. Ooh, and there is a foil Hermes. Very, very nice, and well deserving of a sleeve. Hermes is the new divine, well, one of 2 new divines in this set being released. Uh, what can't be said about Hermes that's not already been said? Very, very, very good. He may actually rival the power of Zeus with what you can do with him as of now. So that's going to be pretty cool to see what people brew up using Hermes. All right, and we will crack the next pack, and we have got Sparkit, escaped from Tartarus, because the original Sparkit got sent to Tartarus, which is this game's banned and restricted list. I guess I gotta get closer to the camera. But this is the new version of Sparkit. Yeah, okay. Sorlet, champion of Aeolus. Sluggle, champion of Poseidon. Verituqua, champion of Poseidon. Narpoon, champion of Keon. Panzer. Torchin, champion of Hestia. Waspire. And Hermes Trickery is the rare for that pack. Alright, next up we've got Reforge, very good fire card. Hibernation, very good bears card. Earth Scout, champion of Hestia. Warmite, champion of Hestia. Igniter. What is that? Mistrals of Borealis. Breeze of Zephyros. Lyre of Apollo. And Zeus's Call. Oh, goodness gracious, that's a very good rare. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Next pack. We have got an Arachne's Lair for one of the new fun sub-type decks that can be built. Spiders. Foley Forest, Burning Wood. Spy Nymph, champion of Hermes. Drataya, champion, or escaped from Tartarus, because he also was sent to Tartarus because of some wacky combos you could do. Rumakul, champion of Hephaestus. Shoes of Hermes, I can't say that whole word. Siroku of Nautilus? What the heck? Until next turn, players must also expend in order to declare an attack with an Elestral that is... Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, that's new fire attack. That's cool. Alright, Monsoon of Intrus. Yeah, I don't know. Another Solar Charged. And Water. Solar Charge is a foil. We will put it in a sleeve. But it's not a good foil, so we're going to put Hermes on top. So, then we have Werepup, champion of Artemis. Nemistar. Elichik, champion of Zeus once again. Pandison, champion of Demeter. Titanostrike, champion of Apollo. Torch of Hestia. Anvil of Hephaestus. Cadius of Hermes. And our full art for the box is Majesty, champion of Poseidon, which, that's pretty nice. I'll definitely be happy to add that to the collection, because this is one of the more, shall we say, powerful cards. Getting this in play is very easy, and it changes as long as it's in attack mode, makes everybody's spirits enchanting their Elestrals water. So if they are not playing a water deck, they have no effects of their characters. So that's really, really, really cool, and also very, very mean. Well, it's not stellar or serialized or anything, it's just the full art version, which I gotta say, doesn't read very well on camera, but it is quite pretty in real life. So Majesty will go up here with a box topper. Or Majesty. Yeah, Majesty from the sea. Then we have Solbel, champion of Apollo. Plucky, champion of Apollo. Verituqua, champion of Poseidon. Narpoon, champion of Keon. Harpy. Charcoon. Shiveror. And the new Leica Void, champion of Artemis. Ooh, that's going to be so good. Another Poseidon's Fury, also very good. And Turretless Spirits. I love the designs for the spirits in this set. Very, very cool. Instead of just being a regular spirit like back in the other sets like us, Owloon here, it actually depicts the spirits in their home environments and stuff, which is so cool. So we've got Nemistar, Arachne's Lair, Igniter, Sluggle, champion of Poseidon, Verituqua, champion of Poseidon, Shoes of Hermes again, that thing that I cannot say, Monsoon of another thing I cannot say, and a Soulstox, champion of Apollo rare. About halfway through this stack, we've got a Plucky, champion of Apollo, Werepup, champion of Artemis, Rumakul, champion of Hephaestus, Earth Scout, champion of Hestia, Warmite, champion of Hestia, Torch of Hestia, Anvil of Hephaestus, the Staff of Hermes, and a Brumalinx, Champion of Keon. And then you've got a Vipyro chilling out in Hephaestus's volcano in the fire and all that. So cool. And then, let's see, what's this Brumalinx do? When you cast Brumalinx, you can search your deck for a Mountain of Borealis or a Blizzard and add it to your hand. Oh, search cards. Search cards are always good cards. Self-replacing units, always great. Bunnix. So many cool things to be done with this new Bunnix. Alright, brand new card, Bunnix. Sobel, Champion of Apollo. Titanostalk, Champion of Apollo, or Aeolus. Champion of Aeolus, my bad. Spy Nymph, Champion of Hermes. Strataya, Escaped from Tartarus. Charcoon, Chivalror, and Lycovoid. And then a Dracadoodle, Champion of Hermes. Next up, we've got an Urskote, Champion of Keon, Frigicub, Harpy, Elechick, Champion of Zeus, Pandison, Champion of Demeter, Grypheus, Champion of Zeus, Titanostrike, Champion of Zeus. Oof, that is a beast. Ankleoshock, a new dinosaur added to the crew. And we have a, what the heck is that? Viserys, Champion of Hephaestus foil. That's cool. And then an Owloon. So that is a foil. We are going to sleeve him up real nice. Moving on, we have got a new Nimbug, a Kite Mite, which goes well with the spiders. Sluggle, Champion of Poseidon. Verituqua, Champion of Poseidon. Narpoon, Champion of Keon. Globby, Champion of Poseidon. Javalantis, Champion of Poseidon. Whale-Ants, a Champion of Keon. And a Carry-Off, Champion of Hermes. This is one of the cards that makes Hermes so good. It is a pseudo-destruction spell. Hermes allows you to disenchant from it to send any wind Elestral from your deck to your discard pile. And this Carry-Off, when he is sent from your discard or from your deck to your discard pile by Hermes effect, you can target and destroy something. Very, very cool, and you can do that whenever you need to do it on your turn, so more destruction, pretty cool. And we've got a Luminape hanging out in a little tree. Very nice. Love Luminape. Alright, Sparkit, released from Tartarus. Sorlet, Champion of Aeolus. Igniter. Sluggle, Champion of Poseidon. Verituqua, Champion of Poseidon. Torchin, Champion of Hestia. Waspire. Globby, Champion of Poseidon. And Brumalinx, Champion of Keon. Now we have a Reforged, Hibernation, Rumical, Champion of Hephaestus. Urskote, Champion of Hestia. Warmite, Champion of Hestia. Grypheus, Champion of Zeus. Titanostrike, Champion of Zeus. Panzer. And Dracadoodle, Champion of Hermes. A few more packs left to go. Let's see what we pull, if anything good. Arachne's Lair, Foley Forest, Titanostalk, Champion of Aeolus, Spy Nymph, Champion of Hermes, Strataya, Escape from Tartarus, Globby, Champion of Poseidon, Javalantis, a Champion of Poseidon, Whale-Ants, Champion of Keon, and another Champion of Hermes Carry-Off. Getting very tempted to build that nasty, nasty carry-on, carry-off deck of Hermes. Be able to destroy whatever I want, whenever I want. It's very, very nice. Alright, Werepup, Champion of Artemis. Nemastar, Harpy. Elechick, Champion of Zeus. Pandison, Champion of Demeter. Panzer. Torchin, Champion of Hestia. Waspire. Oh, and a Terrastar. Oh boy. Also another very good card out of this set. Terrastar does some pretty gnarly things. It's a 2-drop, 5/7 from the Lunar element. You can Nexus up to 3 Lunar. When a player Nexuses, an opponent must expend a spirit for each spirit that is received in that Nexus. So you build yourself a nasty Nexus deck. Not only are you Nexusing your own stuff to proc your own abilities, you're also burning your opponent in the process, and that's just very, very, very bad. But the balancing part is, if your opponent's also running Nexus-related stuff, it can backfire onto you pretty quickly. So thank goodness for that. Sobel, Champion of Apollo. Plucky, Champion of Apollo. Sluggle, Champion of Poseidon. Verituqua, Champion of Poseidon. Narpoon, Champion of Keon. Mistral? Yeah, Mistral Borealis. Breeze of Zephyros. Lyre of Apollo. And a Cryoscore, Champion of Aeolus. Yeah, Cryoscore. Very, very cool. Down to the second to last pack. And we are picking up with a Plucky, Champion of Apollo. Werepup, Champion of Artemis. Narpoon, Champion of Kaon. Another Harpy, Elachik, Champion of Zeus. The Shoes of Hermes again. That thing I cannot say upside down. Marsoon of Aeolus. You're probably butchering that too. And then, what is that? Of Flaracne? Oh, Flaracne, Champion of Hestia. That's right. That's the big spider for the new spiders. And it's not a foil, so that's going to be good for me because I'm not a big fan of foils. And another Bunnix. I still haven't pulled any of the Evos to show off. That's sad. Sobel, Champion of Apollo. Igniter. Sluggle, Champion of Poseidon. Verituqua, Champion of Poseidon. Torch of Hestia. Anvil of Hephaestus. Staff of Hermes. Ooh, and the foil Spirit for the box. And a Majesty, Champion of Hestia, which is very cool. And we have a foil Spirit of Vipyro. Not bad out of the first half of the box, I gotta say. Very, very nice. Very cool. The foil doesn't allow it to show up, but again, in person, they look nice. So you want to see it better in person? Buy a box. Hopefully you pull one. Usually, foil spirits are 1 per box. Alright, so that'll do it for video number 1 going up June 1st. Then I'm done. It's over. Have a good one, YouTube.